first time you've ever willingly returned to a school. How does it feel?
Like returning to the scene of the crime. I already know where the bodies are buried.
Wednesday Addams. It is an honor to meet the savior of Nevermore.
Can I get your autograph? I only signed my name in blood. I would expect nothing less. I never said it was my own blood.
We need to set bear traps out here.
Howdy, Ruby. We're gonna have so much fun.
And where fun goes to die.
I know what those tears mean. What did you see?
Enid dies and it's all my fault. I die because of you!
I will not let history repeat itself.
Secrets are the bedrock of the Addams family.
Do you have faith, Shadow? What are you? Do you know me? Do you know what I am? Do you want to know my name?
Tell me.
This is what I am called. I am called Glad of War, Grim, Raider, and Third. I am One-Eye. I am also called Highest and True Guesser. I am Grimnir and the Hooded One. I am All-Father, Gondlier, One-Bearer. I have as many names as there are winds, as many titles as there are ways to die. My ravens are Hugin and Moonin, thought and memory. My wolves are Fakey and Gary. My horse is the gallows. I am Odin. Odin!
What's the matter? Can't sleep?
Just need a little clarity.
True that. You want the customary clarity or the new and improved kind of clarity?
Just give me the new stuff.
New and improved. New and improved clarity. Yes, indeed, clarity.
Come on.
Here's one.
Yeah, don't bust my balls. You're gonna give me 4 and duds.
Sweet dreams, Chief. Don't worry, none your secret's safe with me. Besides, I could use a little juice on my side.
What do you think you know, Micah?
It's like my daddy used to say. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
I know it's been an exhaustive day. You just left a roundtable with President Trump. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Of course, it's been 1 week since we've seen those catastrophic floods. I feel like we're just getting the magnitude of the damage done there.
After creating the world on the body of the giant Ymir, who had been killed by the Aesir gods, Odin went on to reign over the world atop his throne in Asgard. Even though he was a wise god, he was aware that he did not know everything. So he set out on an adventure in search of knowledge. He disguised himself as a wanderer and walked through Jotunheim, the land of giants and enemies of the gods. In this realm lived Mimir, a very ancient deity and uncle of Odin. He lived near the Well of Knowledge. The waters of this well were responsible for feeding Yggdrasil, the Tree of Worlds. Mimir, using the Gjallarhorn horn, drank sacred water and his knowledge of the world increased. Odin went to his uncle's well and asked him to drink the water of knowledge. Mimir, I'm your nephew and lord of the gods, but how can I be worthy of my title without true wisdom? Being my kinsman or lord of the gods does not give you the right to drink from my well. The price is much higher than you can imagine. Tell me the price. I'm willing to pay it. The price is your eye. I want you to pluck it out and throw it into the well. Only then will you be able to drink the water from the Well of Knowledge. Odin knew that Mimir did not tell jokes. he would have to pay a high price if he were to attain true wisdom. The great god did not flinch and gouged out his own eye. His cry of pain was so loud that it echoed throughout the universe.
What was your assessment on the ground today?
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, every day we hear about, the number of people that are still missing. You're finding cars that are buried under 6 feet of sediment, and we're just at a point where the water rose to. I mean, it's I don't know exactly the number of feet above the river level it is, but it's pretty high.
Odin deposited his eye in the waters of the well, and this sacrifice satisfied Mimar. He offered him a horn with the water from his well, and he asked the god to drink the entire contents at once. After drinking the entire contents of the container, the Father of all was filled with knowledge. A large scar filled the void where his eye had previously been, which at times emitted a brightly glowing flame. Odin came to be known as the One-Eyed Man, or the One with the Flaming Eye. Odin began to see the world much more clearly. With only one eye, he could see better than when he had two.
Imagine cosmos swept away. They're that high above the river. Gives you an idea of the magnitude of the flash flood and just the way the river is here, because of the canyon. It does create this potential for this extreme wall of water to just suddenly come out.
And now we're learning that scientists and researchers are looking at how to change the weather on purpose. That's right. Lasers now could one day manipulate rain and lightning. CBS This Morning contributor Michio Kaku is a physics professor at City College of New York. Professor, nice to see you. Extraordinary seeing Al Gore and Bill Clinton there together with Charlie, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, they did not get into this discussion,
no.
though. But it is fascinating. I mean, lasers, really, to change the weather?
That's right. Well, as Mark Twain once famously said, everyone complains about the weather, but no one ever does anything about it. Well, instead of doing a rain dance, we physicists are firing trillion-watt lasers into the sky to actually precipitate rain clouds and actually bring down lightning bolts. This is potentially a game changer.
But this is experimental.
It's experimental. However, in the laboratory so far it works. When you have water vapor and you have dust particles or ice crystals, you can precipitate rain. It condenses around the seeds. These seeds can also be created by laser beams. By firing trillion-watt lasers, you rip apart the electrons, creating what are called ions, and these ions act like seeds, like dust particles, bringing down rain and even lightning.
Go ahead.
Well, this fascinates me in part because, too, I remember reading the stories that China had used this during the Olympics, that the USSR had used this after Chernobyl to create rain clouds. I mean, did those really work then? We have some of these capabilities now?
Inconclusive. Even in the 60s, the CIA used this to bring down monsoons during the Vietnam War, to wash out the Viet Cong.
This is what happened, and it really is devastating, but what also came out of that roundtable, though, was, I think, a message of unity. Everyone's stepping up to the table. I think, contrary to a lot of whether it's just political attacks for the sake of political attacks.
What do you think? 4 spiders, 1 per floor?
Let's do 8. I gotta eat.
Residents of 931 Powell, residents of 931 Powell, this is Officer Fletcher of DC Pre-Crime. Under authority of PC Section 6409, we are deploying spiders into your complex.
But where do the weaving spiders come in?
Yeah, where?
Of Athena and Arachne. Arachne was a beautiful maiden with humble beginnings, but she became a crackerjack weaver. So people would travel from nearby towns just to watch Arachne weave, and it was said that it appeared as though the thread came directly from her fingertips. As time went on, Arachne was starting to become a little arrogant and boastful about her skills, and she refused to acknowledge or thank the gods for her gifts. So Athena challenges the girl to a weaving contest. At the end of the contest, Not only has Arachne made an impeccable tapestry, Athena cannot find one flaw, but the tapestry depicts the gods themselves as abusive, drunk, and lecherous. Athena blows her top and turns Arachne into a spider and curses all of Arachne's descendants to the same fate.
You're terrified and absolutely terrified right now.
You don't want your kids to know terror. Keep them away from me.
Wait a minute, the big cat's back. What do you guys think? A drunk maybe can't wake up?
Yeah, some guy who doesn't want to get rent. Folks, please be quiet. Close your doors. Go back inside. Be quiet and close the door.
We got an ID. It's not him.
From Metamorphosis by Ovid, it says, "Immediately at the touch of this dark poison, Arachne's hair fell out. With it went her nose and ears, her head shrank to the smallest size, and her whole body became tiny. Her slender fingers stuck to her sides as legs. The rest is belly, from which she still spins a thread, and as a spider weaves her ancient web."
Lasers sound like the stuff of science fiction, right? Sound completely unbelievable. How could our military possibly be using those in future warfare? Guess what? We've just had a recent breakthrough, more great test results that are making lasers a reality. So it's called Athena. Lockheed Martin makes it, and they've been doing a lot of the pioneering in this laser field. Now, what's really exciting about it is that it's so hard to harness that much power and make it compact enough that it's actually going to make practical sense downrange. And they've proven that they can do that. Recently, they tested it against 5 moving drones, so realistic drones that they might go up against with, enemy forces might send against us, for example, or terrorists might send against us. And it successfully shot down all 5 of the drones. This is huge news because it means that in a realistic, practical setting, it's looking very promising. So it could be ready to field quite soon. So when you see the movies or you look at comic books or television shows, when you see laser weapons, they tend to be a color, right? Red or green or something like that. Real lasers, one of the key advantages that they provide is that they are invisible. You actually can't see them. You just see this damage suddenly starting to blow something up. So if we take a look now at what the Athena did to a truck. So we're looking at a truck engine, and the Athena within seconds was able to beam right in there, heat the whole thing up, and burn through the engine of this vehicle. So if you can imagine if you were in that vehicle, all of a sudden, this hole would start appearing in your engine, and the whole thing would just disappear.
And the truth is, Coast Guard was out here almost right away, doing hundreds of rescues. Local law enforcement, state agencies were really on top of their game, doing everything possible in an impossible situation.
Governments have been playing with this thing.
Alleged to,
right.
Yeah.
Now, realize that for decades now, these governments have been alleged to have experimented with weather control, but nothing conclusive. This time we're bringing in the laws of physics rather than simply waving our hands and uttering mumbo jumbo. We're actually using trillion-watt lasers now. And in the laboratory, sure enough, they precipitate rain out of water vapor. Sure enough, you can actually bring down electricity down the beam.
So what does it mean for drought areas that need to have rain for crops? And if they don't have them, there's the consequences of famine.
Well, the bad news is if it's a clear blue sky, it's not going to do anything at all because it only takes water vapor that's already in the air and condenses it. However, for floods, for agriculture, farmers, for people planning wedding parties, football games, you name it, outdoor events and agriculture and flooding and even hurricanes, all of them could be subject to weather modification.
From what you're seeing, is Kerr County, is Hunt County, I should say, even inhabitable right now?
Yes, yeah. I mean, look, there's certain houses, of course, are not. I mean, some houses are swept away completely. You know, you can see the devastation of especially the riverbed itself. But don't get me wrong, this community will rebuild.
The sooner I get answers, the sooner I can save Enid. Or die trying.
Women like us, we forge our own path. Dig our own grave.
What the hell happened? Wednesday happened.
Bravo!
Wednesday Addams is here. It's Addams with 2 Ds, like padded room.
When people first came to America, they brought us with them.
He's hustling you. He's a hustler.
Damn right, I'm a hustler, swindler, cheater, and liar. That's why I need assistance.
This is Mr. Wednesday, an old god from Norse mythology.
Today's my day.
More commonly known as The word Wednesday comes from Woden's Day, translating to Odin's Day.
I've got an eye for these things, just the one.
As a god of war, nothing pleases him more than bloody sacrifice. The ancient Vikings who brought him to America prayed for wind to take them home, but Wednesday only granted it after they slaughtered themselves in his name. He has many powers, including healing, mind manipulation, and weather control. He even sacrificed his own eye to gain godly sight and wisdom.
I hung on the great tree Yggdrasil for 9 days and 9 nights.
He has 2 ravens and 2 wolves for pets. Together, they keep an eye on the things happening around him.
Yeah, what is it? What?
Wednesday was once the most prominent old god.
True believers passed away, left us to fend for ourselves.
He sees the new gods gaining the power that he's lost and believes they're ruining society.
You provide distraction. Don't look over there, look over here. We inspire.
Wednesday is on a mission to unite his fellow old gods, and in season 2, he declares war.
It is showtime.
And you believe he's a legitimate leader of the Republican Party?
So well, hold on. I believe that you're not going to excommunicate a former president, right? And I refuse to go into this sort of black and white thinking about it's either totally one thing or totally the other. These are complex human relationships that involve millions of people. And I have always said, look, I do not think Trump is the devil, and I won't say that. I don't think he's Jesus either. You know, I'm a rational human being about this.
I get that.
Okay? And I'm going to agree where I agree, and I'm going to disagree where I disagree, and I refuse to allow this drama to engulf us.
That's what these lasers do. Now, there's some other key advantages that we should mention. Let me give you 3 of them. 1, unlimited ammo. As long as we have power, we have an unlimited magazine. And downrange, of course, having unlimited ammo can be a huge advantage. 2nd, it's silent. You don't give the enemy any advance warning that it's coming. And then the 3rd one I wanted to touch on is that it travels at the speed of light. So not only are we delivering powerful, decisive effects, lethality, we're also doing it so rapidly they don't know what hit them. So if you could circle back to that example of being in the car again, that would happen so instantaneously, within seconds, you truly would have no idea what was happening. It would just suddenly start disintegrating, right? So what can we use these against? So we talked about the vehicle a bit. We talked about how Athena has just proven itself against drones. But in the real world application, our forces could use it against the drones. We could use it against aircraft. We could use it against vehicles on the ground, like we mentioned. We could also use it against fast attack boats. And in fact, Athena's sibling, Adam, a couple years ago proved that it could eliminate these fast attack boats. So if you imagine boats start trying to swarm one of our ships, not a problem for this laser. Burns right through the hull. As you can see right there, it's burning right through the hull. I'm incredibly excited about this news, this great news about the successful testing of Athena, because it means that we'll be putting these powerful weapons soon. We could put them in the hands of our warfighters and give them even more powerful weaponry to keep themselves safe and also to deliver the effects that we need. They can be used, laser weapons can be used offensively and of course defensively too, to help protect our homeland. Think of our airports that might be under threat from enemy drones. They could be used to protect we could use them statically and used to protect our airports. They could be used to protect our power grid, our nuclear plants. So there's lots of different exciting applications for this technology. There's no longer science fiction, but science fact.
The Addams Family.
First time I voted, 1906. Now, Mama, you know there was no woman suffrage in 1906. That didn't stop me. Real Addams.
All the noise.
Well, the convention's Morticia, the convention.
Oh, I do wish they wouldn't shout so. What are you doing, darling?
Just getting the playroom into the election spirit.
Is he running again?
No, but I thought I'd bring out the pictures of the men we Addamses have supported in the past.
Very appropriate.
We really backed Landon to the hilt.
Yes. I must say he was a very good loser.
No better than Al Smith here. No better than Al Smith here. Or Wendell Willkie.
Hard-fought campaign. In fact, I don't know if you know Hillary, but last night they said that was the most vicious debate in the history of politics, presidential debate, the most vicious. And I don't know, are we supposed to be proud of that, or are we supposed to be unhappy? But they did say that, and I'm trying to think back to Lincoln. I don't think they can really compete with that.
It was great. I mean, you guys have got to try the cold chai. You guys have got to try the cold chai.
I've had it. Talk about vice presidential possibilities with Senator Warren.
You guys have got to try the cold chai.
As I look around the dais, I see all of the usual suspects. For instance, Mayor Addams. I'd like to poke some fun at Eric, but I'm going to be nice. I just want to be nice because I know what it's like to be persecuted by the DOJ for speaking out against open borders. We were persecuted, Eric. I was persecuted, and so are you, Eric.
Or Adlai. Uncle Blight masterminded their campaigns.
Old Kiss of Death Blight, they call it.
I never quite knew why.
Grandpa Squint says it's an old family nickname.
Grandpa knew his way around the political arena, too. Abe Lincoln begged him for his support. But there's the man who got it, Stephen Douglas.
Darling, with all this natural political talent, shouldn't you be running for public office?
No, we Addamses prefer to think of ourselves as kingmakers. The man I've decided to throw my support to, in every way, is Leonard G. Quimby.
Howdy, neighbor.
How do you do?
Well, I see you picked your man.
Yes, I have.
Even heard you made a substantial contribution to his campaign.
It's only money.
Good. George Bass is my name.
Addams here.
Is all this yours?
Well, we go back to the cemetery.
We all do. Sometime. It's nice to see citizens taking an interest in the election, even if they have backed the wrong man.
Quimby? Why, he's our insurance man. Got us off the hook when my son Pugsley accidentally blew up the garage. But that's neither here nor there.
You're right. My man promises to modernize the city. Put in more street lights. Drain the swamps.
Drain the swamps?
The fraudsters, liars, cheaters, globalists, and deep state bureaucrats are being sent packing. The illegal alien criminals are being sent home. We're draining the swamp and we're restoring government by the people, for the people.
That and more.
Well, maybe I have been a little hasty. Do you have a picture of your man?
Do I have a picture of mine? There he is, the voice of progress.
That's Sam L. Hilliard. Well, he's an old friend. I hope the L stands for Lucifer.
It does.
Lucifer, what is your problem?
Just that, sir.
Okay.
I'm a Christian, sir.
I'm pure and virtuous and wholesome and innocent. How can you say anything bad about me?
Sir, you need to be born again.
I am born again.
Now, did you just say that you were Lucifer?
I am Lucifer.
Okay, define Lucifer for me.
Pure, virtuous, wholesome, innocent individual that's out to help people.
Lucifer is?
Yeah.
Say that again. Lucifer is a pure, holy...
Virtuous.
Now, is he the Lucifer that God created?
That's the same one.
Oh, man, this is great. I'm going to put this on the internet.
Oh,
Amen.
God bless you,
Amen.
brother.
Flamaseus, Lucifer matutinus inveniat. Ille inquam Lucifer qui nescito casum.
Because that's exactly what the Shriners and Masons teach, is that Lucifer is light.
No.
And you're
What
you're
about those
confirming
hospitals?
You know what, sir? Jesus said, many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, did we not do these good deeds in your name? And you'll say, away from me, you workers of iniquity, I never knew you.
Jesus said it?
In Matthew chapter 5.
Mercy.
No.
That's hard to believe.
So you're a Christian and you don't know that. Actually.
No, I really am.
You are.
Because I'm pure and virtuous.
You're pure and virtuous, okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, you're perfect without Jesus, right?
No.
Okay, tell me about Jesus. Who is Jesus?
Well, he's my leader.
Is he the Son of God?
Yes, he is.
Is he the only worshipful master?
Yes.
Have you ever been called worshipful master?
No, because I've just been too busy. I've been working. Been working to help people.
What
like
kind
you.
of work? Okay.
Get out of here.
See, this is what a Mason confesses, is that Lucifer is light.
Many of you missed your prom, sporting events, and celebration with your friends, but you were quick to find new ways to stay connected and active while remaining focused on finishing your education. You proved to the entire world that you can set your mind to something important, push through and succeed, showing all of us that you, our next generation, already possess the strength and resilience of the American spirit.
Snake, it's me.
Huh? Otacon.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Snake. Allow me to introduce Metal Gear Mark II.
Metal Gear.
That's right, just like Rex. But this gear's not a weapon. It's a remote mobile terminal designed to provide you with operational support.
Where are you?
I'm in the Nomad. Where else? I'll be watching you through the Mark II.
Wish I was good with gadgets.
Hey, I'll be with you in spirit. Anyway, because you had to dress up as a militiaman, I had the Mark II bring you some goodies. Starting with this. Put it on your left eye.
Looks like an eye patch.
I call it the Solid Eye. It's an all-purpose goggle that displays radar images and other data in 3D. You can also switch it over to light amplifying night vision.
When I get back, I'm gonna kill you.
You gonna kill me now, Snake?
I'm too tired. Maybe later.
And remember, once you're inside, you're on your own.
Oh, you mean I can't count on you?
No.
Good.
In another story, Odin desired to drink from the well of Mimir, which was said to contain water that granted immense wisdom to those who drank from it. However, the guardian of the well, Mimir, demanded a sacrifice in exchange for a drink from its waters. Odin, in his quest for knowledge, willingly agreed to the sacrifice. He plucked out his own eye and cast it into the well as an offering to Mimir. In return, Odin was granted a sip from the well, which granted him profound wisdom and insight.
It was an accident. About an hour ago, a small jet went down inside New York City. The president was on board.
President of what?
That's not funny, Pliskin.
Call me Snake.
It's you!
Yes, man cub. So nice to see you again.
Oh, go away. Leave me alone.
Let me look at you. You don't want me to look at you? Then you look at me.
No, sir. I know what you're trying to do. Cop?
You do? You don't trust me.
No.
Then there's nothing I can do to help.
You want to help me?
Certainly.
Okay. So let's dedicate this to General Kelly, the Border Patrol, and the ICE agents for doing such an incredible job. All right? This was written by Al Wilson a long time ago. And I thought of it having to do with our borders and people coming in. And we know what we're going to have. We're going to have problems. We have to very, very carefully vet. We have to be smart. We have to be vigilant. So here it is, the snake. It's called the snake. On her way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor, half-frozen snake. His pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor thing, she cried, I'll take you in, and I'll take care of you. The border. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. She wrapped him up all cozy in a comforter of silk and laid him by her fireside with some honey and some milk. She hurried home from work that night, and as soon as she arrived, she found that pretty snake she'd taken in had been revived. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed that vicious snake. She clutched him to her bosom. You're so beautiful, she cried. But if I hadn't brought you in by now, oh heavens, you would have died. She stroked his pretty skin again and kissed him and held him tight. But instead of saying thank you, that snake gave her a vicious bite. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. I have saved you, cried the woman, and you've bitten me, heavens, why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in. Does that explain it, folks? Does that explain it?
Trust in me.
This will be the year the American people say enough is enough. This will finally be the year the American people say enough is enough. Enough is enough.
It was the American people saying enough is enough. They're fed up.
And say enough is enough.
I think we all know and have said many times with each other, enough is enough. Enough is enough. As a nation, we have to have the courage to take action and understand the nexus between what makes for reasonable and sensible public policy to ensure something like this never happens again.
If we turn against each other based on divisions of race or religion,
Hey, where's the dog, boy?
Please note, Einstein's clock is in precise synchronization with my control watch. Got it. This is what you were supposed to look like. They predicted you'd look like at 47 years old. And I have to say, they have you like a young Donald Trump. It looked like it's...
It does kind of look like Donald Trump.
Yeah, it does. There is a Donald Trumpiness to it.
It wasn't my fault, sir. It was Needle. Needle was behind the whole thing.
You cooperated.
No, I didn't. It was a sting operation. I was setting him up.
Read my
box. No, please, no, I cannot be fired. I'm fired.
You're fired.
Listen, I had kind of a pressing appointment, but I thought you might run into a roadblock, so I asked someone to drop by.
Mike?
Donald. Mr. Trump here wrote The Art of the Deal. Then he wrote a new bestseller, The Art of the Comeback.
2 books.
Wow.
Well, sit down. Well, that must have been tough coming up with that much material.
No.
It's been hard getting started.
First day, 9 chapters.
9 chapters.
You should call your next book The Art of Not Helping.
dedicated to America's #1 citizen and America's greatest living folk hero, the one and only Donald Trump. Learn the amazing history of the Trump family.
Somebody criticized me the other day because they asked me what I do, and I said, I'm going to bomb the shit out of them. It's true. I don't care.
Friends, and I guess I have some very good enemies, and I like it that way somehow, and I really believe in trashing your enemies.
Inside, you will learn how Donald Trump's father left him a large inheritance.
Nobody's going to do more women than Donald Trump. That I can tell you. That I can tell you. And I think they know it.
Discover how in 2016 Donald Trump successfully lobbied to legalize gambling.
Part of the beauty of me is that I'm very rich.
He wants to run for president and move on into the White House. Why not?
Share in the stupidity of the average American as they made him the 45th president of the United States.
That will easily go down as the greatest president in the history of the United States. Me, Donald John Trump.
No! Hey, go! Hey, Greg, come with us upstairs. There you go, Sonny. We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Likely candidate for some type of. He claims he's everything. He claims he's the awaited one world savior of all the major religions. Okay, that's what he says. I'm not saying he's the Antichrist or the false prophet, but I do believe he's going to play a pretty major part if he's not one of them. 2 Corinthians 4:4 says, "In whom the God of this world," meaning Satan, "hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them."
Never what they seem. Try not to understand, because it is impossible.
It's going to get more and more overtly occult as these things develop. I mean, Burning Man's totally in your face occult. I mean, that's just flat out. We're witches, we're here, we're New Age, we're here to work witchcraft. We're gathering together because there's more power. You know, this has been almost like programming that's been put into humanity's mind for a long time. Now it's more of a manifestation of this. This is just so far off the scale where this world is heading. The amount of time, effort, money that is being expended by Satan and his minions to implement his agenda.
future that Ernest Cline, the writer of the book, envisioned. I was very careful with Ernie collaborating with me every step of the way to be able to find the movie narrative inside this dense forest of Ernie's profound imagination.
The Oasis being the ultimate toy box with all the toys in the world, and then playing that with one of the greatest filmmakers of all time, it results in just amazing action and such a fun adventure.
Ernest Cline is such a visionary, and I think has seen the future before any of us possibly could even imagine it.
Come on, try getting it out.
Ding, 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 ding. Spong.
That's all, folks.